You have one life, one shot, one chance to create something extraordinary with the time you've been given. Yet too many people live as if they've got forever, waiting for the right moment, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to tell them they're ready. But life doesn't wait. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. Mediocrity isn't just comfort, it's a slow death. It's the silent thief that robs you of your greatness, your passion, and your purpose. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to blend in, to fit the mold, or to follow the crowd. You were born to rise, to fight, to push past the limits that everyone else accepts. The world doesn't need more people playing small. It needs warriors, individuals who refuse to settle, who chase excellence with every heartbeat, who turn pain into power and struggle into strength. Your potential is limitless, but it demands everything: your focus, your discipline, your sacrifice. So stop existing and start living. Stop wishing and start working, because this is your moment and you only get one. Refusing to settle for mediocrity is not just a mindset, it is a way of life, a commitment to demand more from yourself than anyone else ever will. Too many people live in quiet complacency, drifting through life, accepting average results, and convincing themselves that just getting by is enough. They allow society, circumstance, and fear to define their limits, never realizing that the boundaries they see are largely self-imposed. Settling for mediocrity starts subtly, often as a whisper in the back of your mind: this is good enough, I can't rest for now, or maybe tomorrow I'll try harder. These small compromises accumulate over time, and before you know it, years have passed, opportunities have been lost, and your potential remains unfulfilled. Demanding excellence from yourself means rejecting these whispers and replacing them with a fierce insistence on progress, a refusal to let yourself off the hook for less than your best. It means that every action you take, every decision you make, is measured against a standard of greatness, not convenience. It means looking in the mirror each day and asking whether the person staring back is the one who is doing everything possible to achieve their dreams, or if they are letting fear, laziness, or comfort dictate the course of their life. To refuse mediocrity, you must first recognize it. See it for what it truly is: a trap, a silent enemy that lulls you into a life of regret. Excellence requires awareness, an acute understanding of your own habits, your own choices, and the patterns that keep you stagnant. It requires you to identify the areas where you are merely coasting, where you are doing just enough to satisfy others or to make yourself feel safe, and to confront them with brutal honesty. There is no room for excuses when you refuse mediocrity, no space for blaming circumstances, no tolerance for waiting for motivation to magically appear. You must cultivate a hunger so intense that it drives you past discomfort, past failure, past every reason to quit. This hunger is the fuel that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. It demands discipline, because wanting to be exceptional is not enough. It must be backed by action, repeated relentlessly, day after day. To demand excellence of yourself also means surrounding yourself with those who elevate you, not those who reinforce your mediocrity. The people you spend the most time with shape your thinking, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. If you want to rise above average, you must immerse yourself in an environment where growth is expected, where challenge is embraced, and where settling is unacceptable. Accountability becomes a critical weapon in this fight. You must hold yourself accountable in ways that are uncomfortable, unrelenting, and unflinching. You cannot allow shortcuts, laziness, or temporary comfort to derail your vision of who you want to become. Every small choice matters: the extra hour of work, the decision to speak up when silence is easier, the refusal to let fear dictate your actions. Excellence is not a single act, but a series of small, consistent acts that compound over time, each one a statement that you will not accept less than your full potential. Mentally, refusing mediocrity reshapes how you perceive failure. Failure is no longer something to fear or avoid. It becomes a necessary stepping stone, a signal that you are challenging yourself, stretching beyond the boundaries of what is comfortable or familiar. Each failure, each setback, is an opportunity to learn, to refine your approach, and to prove to yourself that your limits are far beyond what you previously believed. This mindset also requires patience, because growth does not happen overnight. You must be willing to endure the slow grind, to embrace the process even when immediate results are absent, knowing that excellence is built incrementally through persistent effort and unwavering commitment. Self-reflection is another cornerstone of refusing mediocrity. You must take the time to evaluate your actions, your habits, and your results with ruthless honesty. Are you pushing yourself to the edge of your abilities, or are you hiding behind comfort and convenience? Are you actively seeking improvement, or are you content to remain where you are? The answers to these questions shape the trajectory of your life and determine whether you will remain ordinary or ascend to greatness. Emotional resilience is equally important because refusing to settle invites resistance from within and from others. You will encounter doubt, criticism, and the temptation to retreat into mediocrity. But those who demand excellence cultivate a mindset that views adversity not as a deterrent, but as a catalyst. They transform pressure into performance, criticism into fuel, and obstacles into opportunities for growth. In essence, refusing mediocrity is about living deliberately, with intention, and with an uncompromising standard of excellence. It is about recognizing that you have a choice in every moment to accept the average, to follow the path of least resistance, or to rise above, to stretch beyond, and to insist on the highest version of yourself. It is about understanding that the life you desire, the impact you want to have, and the legacy you wish to leave will never come from settling. It comes from courage, from persistence, from the relentless pursuit of greatness, even when it is hard, even when it is inconvenient, and even when no one is watching. It is a commitment to yourself that mediocrity is not an option, that average is unacceptable, and that your potential is worth every ounce of effort you can muster. This is the principle that separates those who drift through life unnoticed from those who leave a mark, who inspire others, and who reach heights that once seemed impossible, proving to themselves and the world that excellence is a choice, and it is a choice they refuse to compromise. Time is the most precious resource you have, yet it is also the one most often wasted. Every second, every minute, every hour that passes is a piece of your life that can never be reclaimed, and the way you spend it determines the trajectory of your existence. Many people live as if they have endless tomorrows, as if there will always be more opportunities, more chances to start, more moments to try. They delay their dreams, waiting for the perfect moment, for the perfect alignment of circumstances, for the elusive feeling of readiness. But the truth is that perfect timing rarely exists. Life moves forward regardless of whether you are prepared or hesitant, whether you act or procrastinate. To live with urgency and purpose is to recognize that every moment matters, that each day is a gift, and that every action or inaction has consequences that ripple through the rest of your life. Acting with urgency is not about rushing blindly or making hasty decisions. It is about prioritizing, focusing, and committing fully to what truly matters. It is about understanding that the clock is always ticking and that time lost cannot be recovered. When you act with urgency, you give weight and significance to your choices. You refuse to allow distraction, fear, or doubt to dictate your actions. You become a force in motion, pushing consistently toward your goals, making progress even when conditions are imperfect. Purpose amplifies urgency because it gives direction to your efforts. Without purpose, urgency is frantic motion with no meaningful results. With purpose, urgency becomes the fuel that transforms ambition into tangible outcomes. When you live intentionally, every hour, every decision, and every effort becomes a building block toward the life you desire. You stop waiting for motivation to strike and instead create momentum through action. This mindset requires you to confront discomfort, because meaningful progress rarely comes from easy or convenient actions. It demands that you face fear, reject procrastination, and step into challenges that stretch you beyond what is familiar. Acting with urgency also teaches discipline, because you learn to manage your time meticulously, to eliminate distractions, and to focus on high-value tasks that advance your goals. It is about taking control of your schedule, your priorities, and your life. You develop an acute awareness of how precious each moment is, and this awareness drives you to make choices that align with your highest aspirations. The urgency to act transforms your relationship with failure as well. When time is valued, mistakes become lessons rather than excuses for delay. Each setback is an opportunity to refine your approach, adjust your strategy, and move forward with renewed determination. You no longer fear taking action because you understand that progress, even imperfect progress, compounds over time. To act with urgency is to embrace responsibility, the responsibility to yourself, to your potential, and to the life you are capable of creating. It is a refusal to allow external circumstances, the opinions of others, or internal hesitation to dictate the pace of your growth. Urgency fuels momentum, and momentum produces results. When you commit to acting with purpose and urgency, you create a cycle of forward motion that becomes self-sustaining. Small steps taken consistently accumulate into massive achievements. Every deliberate action compounds, every effort invested multiplies, and every moment seized brings you closer to the life you envision. This principle also teaches resilience, because when you act decisively and consistently, you build confidence in your ability to handle challenges. You learn that time is not an obstacle, but a resource to be mastered, that speed is not recklessness, but focused determination, and that the sooner you start, the greater your potential impact. Acting with urgency is a mindset that reshapes how you perceive life itself. It transforms waiting into doing, hesitation into decisiveness, and potential into achievement. It drives you to take ownership of your actions, to recognize that procrastination is the enemy of success, and that the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who do not often comes down to the simple act of starting, of committing, and of moving forward without delay. Every day becomes an opportunity to act with intention, to invest your time wisely, and to align your efforts with your ultimate goals. Urgency is the engine that propels ambition into reality, the catalyst that converts vision into tangible results, and the discipline that ensures you do not squander the finite moments of your life. It is the understanding that life is short, that opportunities are fleeting, and that the only way to create a meaningful and impactful existence is to move decisively, consistently, and with unrelenting purpose. By embracing urgency, you seize control of your destiny, harness your potential, and transform the fleeting seconds of each day into lasting achievements, ensuring that the life you live is deliberate, focused, and extraordinary. Greatness is never handed to anyone. It is earned through pain, sacrifice, and relentless consistency. Every person who has reached the highest levels of achievement has faced challenges that tested their limits, pushed them beyond what they thought possible, and demanded that they dig deep into reserves of strength they didn't know they had. Pain is not a signal to retreat, it is a signal to grow. It is a teacher, a guide, and a catalyst for transformation. When you embrace pain instead of avoiding it, you learn resilience, perseverance, and the true measure of your capabilities. Sacrifice is the price of greatness. To achieve something extraordinary, you must be willing to give up comfort, leisure, and short-term gratification. Every choice to stay disciplined, to work harder, and to push further is a sacrifice, and these sacrifices compound over time to produce results that ordinary effort could never achieve. Relentless consistency is what turns ambition into reality. Talent and desire alone are insufficient. Without repeated action, without showing up day after day, without pushing through setbacks and doubts, potential remains dormant. It is the small, disciplined actions that accumulate, that build momentum, and that separate those who dream from those who achieve. The journey toward greatness is rarely glamorous. It is filled with long hours, setbacks, failures, and moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. Those who achieve extraordinary results do not wait for perfect conditions. They create them through persistence, by facing difficulty head-on, and by committing to continuous improvement. Embracing pain is not simply about enduring suffering. It is about understanding that every struggle is an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine your skills, and to prove to yourself that your limits are far beyond what you previously imagined. Sacrifice sharpens focus. It teaches you to prioritize what truly matters, to eliminate distractions, and to dedicate your energy to the pursuits that will define your legacy. Each sacrifice reinforces your commitment to your vision, making it increasingly difficult to settle for anything less than your best. Consistency, above all, builds trust with yourself. When you act consistently, you develop discipline, reliability, and the confidence that comes from knowing you can depend on your own effort. It is this consistency that transforms fleeting motivation into lasting achievement. Greatness also requires embracing discomfort in every form. Whether it is physical, mental, or emotional, discomfort signals growth. When you choose to step outside your comfort zone, to confront challenges rather than avoid them, you expand your capacity for achievement. This is why ordinary individuals are often content with mediocrity, while those who pursue excellence willingly endure struggle because they understand its necessity. Pain, sacrifice, and consistency are interconnected. Pain without consistency leaves potential unfulfilled. Sacrifice without enduring effort produces little impact. Consistency without challenge fails to cultivate true strength. Together, they form the foundation of extraordinary accomplishment. Those who pursue greatness develop an unyielding mindset, one that views setbacks not as failures but as lessons, not as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to adapt, improve, and grow. They embrace the process, understanding that real progress is incremental and often invisible in the short term, but unmistakable over time. Discipline becomes a way of life, embedded in every habit, decision, and action. The pursuit of greatness transforms your identity. You begin to see yourself not as someone who hopes for success, but as someone who demands it from themselves through effort, resilience, and unwavering commitment. It fosters patience because enduring pain, making sacrifices, and showing up consistently requires a long-term perspective. Those who reach extraordinary heights are willing to endure delayed gratification, knowing that temporary discomfort and loss are the cost of ultimate reward. This mindset also instills courage. To endure pain and make sacrifices consistently, you must confront fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to act despite it. It is the willingness to take risks, to challenge limitations, and to face obstacles head-on with unwavering determination. Greatness demands accountability. You must hold yourself to a higher standard than anyone else will. You must be brutally honest about your effort, your progress, and your commitment. You must reject excuses, refuse shortcuts, and continually push to expand what is possible. Every choice to endure pain, to make sacrifices, and to act consistently compounds over time. Small victories accumulate into monumental achievements. Daily discipline, repeated effort, and the courage to confront challenges create a momentum that propels you forward, allowing you to accomplish things that once seemed unattainable. To achieve extraordinary results, you must understand that the path is not easy, that it requires resilience, tenacity, and the willingness to endure discomfort without complaint. Pain teaches you your limits are illusions. Sacrifice prioritizes what truly matters. Consistency converts effort into tangible outcomes. Together, they form the trinity of achievement that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. Those who embrace this process learn to see struggle as a gift, setbacks as opportunities, and relentless effort as the only true path to lasting success. They understand that talent alone is insufficient, that desire without action is meaningless, and that without discipline and perseverance, potential will remain unfulfilled. The pursuit of greatness demands everything you have: your focus, your energy, your time, and your courage, and it rewards you with results that echo far beyond what you imagined possible. Comfort is the enemy of growth, the quiet force that lulls you into stagnation while the world moves forward around you. It is seductive because it feels safe, familiar, and predictable, but in reality, it is a trap that keeps your potential locked behind invisible barriers. Every moment spent clinging to comfort is a moment lost to hesitation, fear, and missed opportunity. True progress, extraordinary achievement, and lasting fulfillment never come from the easy path. They are forged in the crucible of discomfort, in the moments when you push past your fears, confront uncertainty, and embrace challenges that stretch you beyond your current limits. Comfort makes you complacent. It convinces you that staying in your routine, following the familiar, and avoiding risk is acceptable. But the people who make an impact, who leave a legacy, who achieve greatness, are those willing to step into discomfort repeatedly, to do what others refuse, and to sacrifice temporary ease for long-term gain. Embracing discomfort means accepting that growth is often inconvenient, demanding, and exhausting. It is about showing up when you don't feel like it, taking the harder path when the easier one beckons, and making decisions that prioritize your long-term vision over immediate pleasure. Discomfort is a teacher, and its lessons are harsh but invaluable. It reveals weaknesses you might otherwise ignore, exposes fears you might otherwise suppress, and forces you to confront the limitations you have accepted as permanent. Each encounter with discomfort expands your resilience, sharpens your skills, and strengthens your character. The ability to lean into discomfort also builds courage. It teaches you to take action despite uncertainty, to persevere despite setbacks, and to face challenges without relying on external validation or reassurance. Comfort, by contrast, conditions you to seek approval, avoid difficulty, and settle for mediocrity. Growth requires that you break this conditioning, that you reject the temptation of ease, and that you consistently choose the path that demands more from you. The pursuit of excellence is inherently uncomfortable. Every new skill, every ambitious goal, and every meaningful relationship requires effort that challenges your current abilities. It demands persistence when results are slow, patience when progress feels invisible, and tenacity when obstacles seem insurmountable. To embrace discomfort is to accept that pain and struggle are part of the process, not signs of failure. By reframing discomfort as an ally rather than an adversary, you begin to approach challenges with a mindset of opportunity rather than avoidance. This shift transforms how you handle difficulty, how you take risks, and how you grow in every area of life. Discomfort also forces you to confront the opinions of others, because stepping beyond comfort often means going against the expectations, judgments, or norms imposed by those around you. True growth requires independence of thought, the ability to make decisions aligned with your vision rather than the approval of others, and the courage to stand alone when necessary. Every time you choose discomfort over ease, you expand your capacity for achievement. Small acts of courage accumulate over time, compounding into confidence, competence, and resilience that carry you through challenges you once thought impossible. Embracing discomfort is not a one-time decision, it is a daily practice, a habit that becomes ingrained in your mindset, shaping the way you approach life. It teaches you to value effort over convenience, discipline over indulgence, and long-term results over short-term satisfaction. Comfort may feel safe in the present, but it limits your potential in the future. By consistently choosing the path that challenges you, you create momentum, develop mental toughness, and cultivate the skills necessary to achieve greatness. Each step into discomfort strengthens your resolve, broadens your perspective, and reinforces the truth that the life you desire is never found in ease but in effort. To reject comfort is to embrace responsibility for your own growth. It is to understand that external circumstances will not shape your destiny. Your decisions will. It is to recognize that avoiding difficulty guarantees stagnation, while embracing challenge fosters transformation. Every struggle you face, every fear you confront, and every sacrifice you make while pursuing growth is a testament to your commitment to excellence. Discomfort becomes the catalyst for your evolution, the pressure that molds your character, and the force that drives you to surpass limits you once believed were fixed. The greatest achievements in life are always preceded by periods of discomfort, uncertainty, and challenge. Those who succeed are not those who avoid pain, but those who endure it, who learn from it, and who use it as fuel to propel themselves forward. Each encounter with discomfort strengthens your ability to face future obstacles, sharpens your decision-making, and builds the resilience necessary to thrive under pressure. By leaning into discomfort, you develop a mindset that refuses to settle, a mindset that views challenge as opportunity, and a mindset that transforms struggle into growth. The path to excellence is paved with moments that test your patience, courage, and determination. And embracing discomfort is the key that allows you to navigate that path with purpose, focus, and unwavering resolve. You have one life, and the weight of that truth is both liberating and terrifying. The knowledge that time is finite, that opportunities will not wait for you, and that the choices you make now shape the entirety of your future is the spark that must ignite relentless action. To make your life legendary requires more than ambition or desire. It demands discipline, focus, and a refusal to settle for anything less than your highest potential. Every moment is an opportunity to move closer to the person you were meant to become. Yet most people squander this precious resource, drifting through existence without a clear vision, without urgency, without commitment to excellence. Recognizing the singularity of life forces a choice: to live deliberately or to drift aimlessly. To live deliberately means to take ownership of every decision, every action, and every thought. It is about rejecting mediocrity and committing fully to growth, excellence, and the pursuit of purpose. It means refusing to let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others dictate the course of your life. Making your life legendary requires embracing discomfort, confronting challenges head-on, and turning obstacles into opportunities. The path will not be easy. It is designed to test your resilience, your determination, and your commitment to your vision. Each struggle, each setback, each moment of doubt is a chance to reaffirm your dedication to becoming the greatest version of yourself. Discipline becomes the backbone of this journey. Without it, even the most passionate intentions remain unfulfilled. Discipline means showing up every day, even when motivation wanes, even when progress feels invisible, and even when the world around you seems indifferent. It is the repetition of small, purposeful actions that compounds over time into extraordinary results. Focus is equally vital because life is filled with distractions, noise, and temptations that pull you away from what truly matters. Maintaining focus requires clarity of purpose, the ability to prioritize relentlessly, and the courage to say no to anything that does not serve your highest vision. One life demands that you invest it wisely, that you channel your energy into pursuits that align with your goals, values, and dreams. It is a call to live intentionally, to make every choice a reflection of your commitment to greatness. Refusing to settle for mediocrity means constantly evaluating yourself, your habits, and your environment. Are you surrounding yourself with influences that elevate you, or are you allowing comfort and conformity to dictate your progress? Are you challenging yourself to grow, or are you content with the familiar and the easy? Growth requires constant reflection, adjustment, and the courage to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself. It is not enough to dream, you must act. It is not enough to wish, you must execute. Legendary lives are not built on intention alone. They are forged through consistent, courageous, and deliberate action. Taking responsibility for your life also means understanding that failure is inevitable, but it is not fatal. Every failure, every setback, and every misstep is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to strengthen your resolve. Those who achieve greatness do not avoid failure. They embrace it as a necessary part of the journey, using it as a teacher and a guide. Courage becomes indispensable. Because pursuing excellence requires risk, you must be willing to step into the unknown, to face uncertainty, and to challenge limitations that others accept without question. Every act of bravery, no matter how small, compounds into confidence, competence, and momentum that carries you forward toward your goals. Sacrifice is another essential element of a legendary life. The pursuit of greatness demands that you forego temporary comfort, instant gratification, and distractions that dilute your energy and focus. Every choice to prioritize growth over ease, to invest time in your development rather than idle pursuits, and to endure hardship for long-term gain reinforces your commitment to living fully. Vision is the compass that guides every step of the journey. Without a clear vision, effort becomes scattered, discipline falters, and urgency loses its edge. A compelling vision provides direction, fuels perseverance, and aligns every decision with the ultimate goal of creating a life that matters. It inspires you to rise above excuses, overcome challenges, and maintain momentum when the path is arduous. Gratitude and mindfulness also play a critical role, because recognizing the preciousness of life and the value of each moment cultivates clarity, presence, and intentionality. When you are fully aware of the brevity of life, every action becomes meaningful, every opportunity gains significance, and every decision carries weight. Relationships, experiences, and impact become measures of success alongside personal achievement and growth. Legacy is built not only through what you accomplish, but through how you inspire, uplift, and empower others. A life lived with purpose, discipline, courage, and relentless focus leaves an imprint far beyond your years. Influence grows from action, example, and the unwavering pursuit of excellence that others witness and emulate. Living intentionally requires resilience, because challenges, setbacks, and obstacles are inevitable. The capacity to recover, adapt, and persist in the face of adversity distinguishes those who merely exist from those who thrive, excel, and leave a mark. It demands that you maintain belief in yourself even when the world doubts you, that you push forward even when progress is slow, and that you persist even when motivation wanes. Every moment, every choice, and every effort matters. The knowledge that you have only one life should not paralyze you with fear. It should ignite a fire within you to act boldly, live intentionally, and refuse to settle. It should compel you to harness every ounce of energy, courage, and determination to create a life of significance, impact, and extraordinary achievement. Each day presents a new opportunity to align your actions with your highest potential, to make deliberate choices that move you closer to your vision, and to invest in the kind of growth that transforms dreams into reality.